CQ, 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 CQ. This is November 4 Kilo Romeo Papa calling CQ on 10 meters. Okay, I got Whiskey India 9, J, Oscar in Wisconsin, and I think I may have left off the last digit. Anyway, name here's Paul, Papa Alpha Uniform Lima. Whiskey, India 9, Juliet, Alpha, Yankee, November 4 Kilo Romeo Papa, and you are a 3333 in north of Atlanta, Georgia, running 77 watts into an FT-991A, being powered by a Bluetti battery and a couple Hamsticks and a dipole, testing out for field day. Over. I've got a Yeasu FT-991A. It's a 2 meter 440 HF, all in a box ham shack. Basically, it's a shack in a box is what they call it. On the back of the unit, for those that aren't familiar, it has an input for a HF antenna, and then an input for an HF, and then 50 megahertz, which is 6 meters, and then 144/430 for 2 meters 440 FM use. That's a real nice radio. I've had it for over a year now. Maybe I'll do a video on the radio. There's tons of YouTube videos on this radio. But my video today is going to be on what I'm doing. I'm actually just set up on the back porch. It's a beautiful day outside. But anyway, the biggest, most important thing about this is that I'm not connected to a car battery, and I'm not connected to the house current. I'm doing everything off of a solar charged battery and a solar panel. So I'm using a Bluetti portable solar station. That's the box right there. The cable's not exactly long enough to be able to make it from the solar panel to here, so I could set it on the table. So I've got it set on a chair. Anyway, the power coming in from the solar panel right there, that's a 120 watt solar panel. It delivers up to 6 amps at full sunlight. We're in at the end of May, so we're not quite at the full sunlight, but we're getting a pretty good sun. Nice day out here in Georgia. It's been in the 90s, and today it's going to get in the lower 80s, so that's good. Anyway, the cable comes in from the solar panel, plugs into the input on the back of the Bluetti, and then from the Bluetti, I got a cigarette lighter plug that comes out. I connected it to Anderson power cords, Anderson power plugs. I've got an Anderson bank, a fuse box right here. So it goes in, and then it goes out on Anderson power pole out to the back of the radio to power the radio. So we've got it fused in 2 separate places, actually 3 separate places. We got fuse coming in, fuse coming out, and then fuse going into the radio. Now for the Bluetti, let's see if we can turn it so you can see it a little bit better, or I could cover it up. Okay, I'm gonna hit the power. We're actually charging it right now at 95 watts, so 95 watts is coming in, and currently the radio is only using 21 watts on receive. We have the AC turned off. We're not using any AC outputs at this point. Now, when I transmit, HF transmits based on your volume or the carrier level. So the louder you talk, the more wattage is going to go out. You can be transmitting and not say a word, and no wattage will go out. If you're transmitting and basically really speaking into the mic, fully modulated and stuff like that, you should go up to whatever wattage you're set, whether it be 100 watts, 50 watts, 10 watts. FM's completely different. So when you're transmitting on a 2 meter 440 radio in FM mode, if you basically press the push to talk key and you got it set on 5 watts, you're putting 5 watts out. It doesn't matter if there's any audio or anything. So anyway, when I was playing with this yesterday, I was transmitting, I hit transmit, it'll be in the 70s to up to 150 watts output. Now this is rated to up to 10 amps output, so we're probably pushing at that point. We may actually be pushing the limits. The radio wants to have, I want to say, I've got a 20 amp power supply. So anyway, on the meter on the power supply, it says sometimes it goes up to 11 amps. So I try to stay away from full wattage. So anyway, I've tried it at I tried at lower wattage, and it works just fine. I actually have had it up to as much as 80 watts and with no problems. But keep in mind, the more wattage you use, the quicker your battery is going to go dead in here. Anyway, in this conversation, it's pretty much stayed standard, 95 watts in the sun, coming from the sun, and 21 watts going out. So as it sits right now, if the sun stayed in this particular configuration, in this environment, and I did not transmit, this radio would run non-stop off the solar, off of the sun. We would never really lose power without connecting it to an AC or a running car battery alternator. Now, when I transmit, that's not going to be the case, and then of course the sun goes down at night. Maybe in this particular mode, you know, the battery may have enough power that it'll actually be able to run it overnight and then get the power the next morning. But who just, you know, it just depends on, there's too many factors to basically say that's going to work or not. But anyway, let's get on and let's see if we can talk to anybody.
59 right at the moment, November 4, Kilo Romeo Papa. And in Georgia, this is W0 Kilo Oscar. You're 5'9" at the moment. Some QSB on the band here, but as long as we can make a QSO, it's fine. My name is Fritz Foxtrot, Romeo India Tango Zulu, and Brainerd is about 120 miles northwest of Minneapolis, running about 500 here to a 2-element quad. So I'm not sure of your name. It sounded like Papa, but give it to me phonetically if you would. Over.
My name is Paul, and it's as in St. Paul, Papa Alpha Uniform Lima, and I'm running 77 watts into an FT-991A. I'm using I'm kind of just playing around with, you know, what I could do for field day and stuff, but I usually run a vertical and do very well, but I'm running a Cha-Cha Chameleon mount that basically mounts 2 Hamsticks in a dipole fashion, and I've got 20 meter dipoles along with other antennas on there, and so I'm running got a 120 watt solar panel that's charging at, let me see, currently right now at 104 watts right now, and I'm transmitting with up to 141 watts of usage going out from a Bluetti into Yeasu FT-991A. I'm using a horizontally mounted antenna, and it uses 2 Hamsticks, and it mounts them in a dipole fashion. And you can connect 8 antennas or 4 dipoles in a band. And I'm using this antenna, so I don't really know how well it performs or anything like that. I don't know if it's that or propagation going up and down. But you're a full 5'9" here and have been every transmission. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Very good, Paul. Yeah. That time your signal stayed 10 over 9, Paul. And no, your system was working well, and I've seen that is the way I would try it too. If I were like a field day operation or even a stealth operation, that would work very well with the Hamsticks. And I've heard of people doing that. So fantastic, Paul. Station sounds great, sounds clean, and totally on solar power. Boy, that's very green. Green power, ham radio of the future, right? Anyway, Paul, I'm going to say 73. Have a good holiday.
Yes, certainly. This whole band are up and down. One minute I got you a 5.7, and then you drop to like a 2.
Yes, sir. Let me jump up the power a little bit to run to 80 watts. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm actually just kind of toying with making a solar generated ham radio and a YouTube video. I'm running a FT-991A off of a 120 watt solar panel into a Bluetti 50S. I guess they call them solar generator batteries. And so anyway, this transmission is 100% off of solar power generated battery. Over.
Roger. 1 minute you're up to S8, and then you fade down to like a 1. But seems to be working great. I think the band's just really kind of messing with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Texas is, it's kind of funny. You talk to, you sounded, well, on the meter, you're like an S2, but you're fully readable. I could fully understand everything that you're saying, so that could be just noise on the band.
Roger. Well, I tell you what, you're doing a good job. I think you got it going your direction. I would say with what you got, I think the band's just up and down, and I think your setup's working great.
Well, thank you, sir. According to the unit, I'm generating 102 watts of power from the solar panels coming from the sun. It'll fade down to the 40s when the cloud goes over it, and then of course, it can go down to 0, truthfully. And right now I'm transmitting at 159 watts coming out of the Bluetti into the Yeasu, which is transmitting at 80 watts. So with a duty cycle of half and half, it's still keeping the battery, it's actually still charging the battery between transmit and receive. So this looks like it's a very practical item. I estimate it would run for about 3 hours. One day I'll need to test it and see how long you can really make it run. Over.
Roger. Did you say you're making a YouTube video on this, or did I misunderstand you?
Yes, sir. If it's okay, I'll put you in. I'll edit this a little bit of this conversation in the YouTube video. Over.
Roger, that'll be fine. I'll be looking forward to the videos, and I give ideas and different ways of doing things on my end. So I do appreciate it.
Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, just look up my call sign, and then basically just look up my name in YouTube, and it'll come up. CQ, 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 CQ. This is November 4 Kilo Romeo Papa calling CQ on 10 meters. Well, I believe we have proven that this can work. I've had 3 contacts today within about 10, 15, 20 minutes. Anyway, one of them was a contact in Michigan, and one of them was a contact in Texas, and I had a contact yesterday with someone working 2 parks on the air sites. So we know that this works. Anyway, so we have it over here. I'm going to show you again. We know that this little Bluetti will perform like it needs to. I've been running this for probably about an hour now, and the sun is going in and out of the clouds and everything like that. It goes down to about 30 watts charging, up to as much as 100 watts charging. It's right now at 64 watts with filtered sunshine. The unit is using 19 watts in standby. Actually, I'm going to turn it off. But anyway, go down to 0 watts in standby. I did reorientate the solar panels a little bit to change the position in the skies. But anyway, everything here has nothing to do here with the house. Let me also show you the antenna that I was using. That's it right there. It's basically 4 pairs of Hamsticks. Hamsticks are used basically to mount on vehicles if you want to talk on a particular band. And then you pick the ham stick that you want for the band that you're using, and then you tune it for the frequency that you want to use as the center frequency. So anyway, I have 4 pairs of ham sticks. I want to say, well, I know that I have 10 meters, a pair of ham sticks for 10 meters, a pair of ham sticks for 40 meters, a pair of ham sticks for 75, 80 meters, Actually, you know, I need to set it up at night and see if I can get those to tune up. The last time I tried, I could not even get those to tune up even after I adjusted them with the Rig Expert. And then I think it's 15 meters is the other band. I'm going to replace the 15 meters probably with a pair of 40 meter Hamsticks, because I definitely do a lot more work. There's definitely a lot more traffic on 40 meters than on 15 meters. But anyway, that is the antenna that I was using, and I just ran a length of coax out and directly into the radio. So I can take that apart, carry that stuff around very easily, put that in a bag, carry that, and take the radio and take that on a camping trip. A little heavy to backpack, but it could be done. And then of course can be taken in a car and basically set up outside the car to do parks on the air or field day or anything else. So we've proved that it worked. I started out with it charging between 60 and 80%, and even with the transmitting that I did, we're actually now between 80 and 100% charging. So we've actually net gained some battery power as opposed to losing battery power. So now do keep in mind that this is probably pretty close to ideal conditions. We've got a bright sky, a bright sunny day. We're also coming up towards summer, where the sun is the highest and the strongest in the sky. So, and we're also at the 34th parallel. So we're not really, we're in the southern United States, so we get more light energy. So we're probably more in the ideal conditions now, which allows us to get up to the upper 90s as far as charging input wattage. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Anyway, if you like it, basically make sure that you click it. Feel free to share the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos on ham radio, on greenhouses and attempting to plant, and just on any topics of interest. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy it, and thanks for subscribing.